Steve here again with Nicole Hansen. Nicole is at our Fitness for 10 studio in Carson City. You guys go check out that club if you're in the area. And Nicole, who is a certified nutritionist who can treat across state lines. Nicole, how do they get a hold of you if they want to get a consultation and maybe get your help? How do they get a hold of you?
You can reach me at thegutgirl1@gmail.com, and I can answer questions and schedule you for a consult. And we can do Zoom, like Steve said, across state lines. Or even if you're in Reno, we can do, because I'm based out of Carson City or Gardnerville, and I can do a Zoom with everyone.
Okay, that's great. So you got that email. Nicole, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me again.
Okay, xenoestrogen we're going to talk about. I know nothing about this. Do I have it in my body?
Yes.
Okay, well then I should know.
Maybe. I don't know. You're pretty darn clean, so.
Oh, okay, so it would be a bad thing for me to have it.
Oh yes, for sure. For sure.
Okay, I don't hope I have it. I mean, I hope I don't have it, and I want to find out about it. So, xenoestrogen, what is it?
Okay. A xenoestrogen is really something that most of my clients who come to me, they're like, what? What do you mean I have to give up paper plates? It is a hormone that imitates estrogen. So that's going to be for men and women both. And it's really a disruptor in the body for our sex hormones. So it's a false messenger that disrupts the production of estrogen. But it doesn't mean it decreases estrogen. What it does is it comes in and it docks on the receptor where estrogen's supposed to be. But that doesn't mean our estrogen stops. Our normal estrogen is going to come in and be right on top of it. So now we have double the estrogen going on. That's no good.
So what causes it?
I feel like sometimes I'm people's dream crushers. They can't birth control. Birth control is a big xenoestrogen because it's filled with synthetic materials.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I would think not.
Yeah.
Plastics. So I took out all of my plastics in my home because I have 2 girls and they were starting to get terrible acne. Their periods were starting to get terrible, just treacherous once a month. So I took out all the plastics in my home. They drink out of the cups that are not plastic, not styrofoam. They have those Yeti type cups,
glass,
stainless steel, glass, those kind of things, glass plates, because plastics give off terrible xenoestrogens. They will triple your estrogen.
All right, so let me just interrupt there. So I should get rid of the plastic bottles in my fridge that I drink massively filtered water out of?
So you guys, if you drink filtered water out of a plastic cup, make sure that you take it out and put it into a glass container. Because what you don't want is a plastic heating up, cooling down, heating up. Every time it does that, it's releasing the xenoestrogens into your water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get rid of it.
Okay. Wow. Here's another one. Lotions. Lotions are huge. Every time I walk past what's the big lotion company? Bath and Body. I just cringe because I think, oh my gosh, they're putting all the phthalates, the parabens, all of that kind of stuff on their body and it's going right into the bloodstream. That's causing a massive endocrine disruptor, as in xenoestrogens. Dyes in food. You know, when you look at natural or that plate, when you turn it over and in the ingredients, it says red number 5 or yellow number 3, xenoestrogen, and it's going right to the digestive tract and it's causing massive bacteria buildup, plus leaky gut, plus a xenoestrogen. So you've got a double whammy. And again, processed foods.
So what did you say? It's on the back of what? On the label?
Look, yeah, look at your ingredients, and if it says, a yellow number 5 or a yellow number 3, red dye number 5, any kind of dyes in the foods, those are going to cause xenoestrogens.
Right. Well, one way to avoid that is just don't eat processed foods, right?
Exactly. It sure does take a lot of that out, huh?
Yeah.
um, and you guys, this is why some of the times you got to look at your food sources too, because insecticides are huge on our plants, on that kind of stuff that they're bringing in truckloads to our stores. Try to get organic, buy organic so that you can eliminate some of these things off of your good unprocessed foods, because that is, again, a xenoestrogen. If you've got phthalates just building up in the system, that's not only going to wreck your gut, but it's also going to cause this estrogen dominance situation. And this lends into the whole hormone talk for men and women both. If you have an estrogen dominant person, that can be a whole host of problems. But if it's because of toxins coming in the system, that's a very easy fix. Pull out these kind of toxins and you can decrease that load tremendously so that your body can handle other kind of things that's going on, an autoimmune condition, a leaky gut situation, bacteria in the digestive tract. It can start to process through that because they're not being disrupted with all this other stuff.
Yeah. Amazing. And I don't know. I'm looking at some of the things I do. I don't. We eat healthy. My wife and I eat really really healthy, and I'm on. And you and I have talked about this before. You gotta eat right. It's expensive. It's expensive to get the best olive oil, to get the best organic food that you can trust. It costs money to get the best meat, grass fed, grass finished. It's not cheap, and food isn't cheap anyway anymore. But I know what you always say about that. You say, well, so is a hospital is not cheap. So is the doctor is not cheap. And so pay now or pay later, right?
Exactly. And, I have a lot of people come into my office and they all say, it's too expensive to eat like this. But let's count up how many times you eat out in a week. Let's remove just that. Then we're starting to remove doctor bills. And then we're starting to remove prescription prices. Those things are huge just to you're not even replacing. You're taking out all those kind of things and putting in good healthy foods. Those bills are going to come down. So that's not something that my clients can get away with me. So
yeah, my wife and I, we went out to lunch at a local restaurant here in Carson, and I got this great Wagyu, grass fed, great hamburger, and fries came with it. And so I asked, well, actually, my wife, what's that fried in? Oh, hang on, I'll go check. Canola oil, poison. I mean, I didn't eat them, but just something like that. People don't realize that's harmful, very harmful. And I was like, oh, it's just fat. It's okay. When I first started on this really eating healthy kick about 10, 11, 12 years ago, I didn't avoid any fats. Well, there's bad fats out there too. And
sure.
canola oil is one of them. And that's what they fried the food in. And the problem with going and eating out, they ruin the oil. Even if they're cooking it in a quality oil, a healthy oil, they've ruined it by using it twice, right?
Yep. I had a friend talk to me the other day. She is on a mission to find somewhere she can eat out to eat without bad seed oils being her food being fried in. And she found 0 in Carson City. And she found only 9 in Reno. That's amazing to me. But it's expensive nowadays, and there's nothing like a home cooked meal too. So,
well, I know we're getting kind of off topic here with our xenoestrogen, but this is important, and it sounds like it affects it. And you know what? Places that you can try. a lot of the Mexican restaurants, they still cook with lard.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
So,
do. And
so
we
there you
we
go.
eat Mexican out. Yep.
Yeah. And
Because of that very reason.
right. Because they're cooking in lard. That's just what they do, which is a healthy fat. It's not canola oil. Sorry, canola. You're bad.
Oh well.
But you can always ask them. Hey, we go out to breakfast a lot. We always ask, cook it in butter, cook it in butter. They cook it in butter. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So we just ask them, cook it in butter, cook everything in butter. We're the butter people. My wife and I, we sit down and we order and we go, cook it in butter, cook it in butter. And they know it's, at the restaurants we go to, they know. And I go, I just want to make sure we're getting something healthy. And they sometimes they look at you like, butter? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Give me the good stuff. So is there anything else that you would add to help prevent xenoestrogen?
Yeah. So there's a couple other things I want to say is your household products that you clean with, that kind of stuff. That's very important. So I myself, when I went down this in education and everything, I started taking one room at a time in my house and changing all my cleaning products. I made sure that they didn't have parabens, that they weren't, didn't have chemicals in them, that kind of stuff. And I took one room so it wasn't expensive, and then I would move on to the next. Then the other thing was makeup. You guys, all of us women are running around with a ton of makeup on, and it's not doing us any favors if it has chemicals in it. There is some great apps out there that you can use to scan your item, and it'll tell you if it's bad or good. The two that I really like are Yucca, Yuka, and Detox. Both of those things, both of those apps, they have a scanner. You can scan the item from groceries to makeups to lotions to cleaners to all that kind of stuff, and they'll tell you what quality they have in them, or they'll give you an alternative. The third one I use is EWG Health, and that's the same thing. It has a scanner, but if I had to choose my top two favorites, it'd be Yucca or Detox.
That's great. And if you guys have questions about this, please put them in the comment section. Nicole will see this and she can answer your questions. So household, cleaning, makeup, what else?
I think, there's a long list of these kind of things, but just be aware if you're buying anything from cleaning supplies to lotions to food, look at your ingredients. If it's a mile long and things you cannot pronounce, it is not for you if you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle and clean up your health system.
Okay, well, that is great input, Nicole. We appreciate it. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.